Hi, today I'm going to demonstrate how I made this succulent bowl and how I made this potted orchid plant. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate how I prepped this particular container. This container was for a live succulent plant, so it had a lot of holes at the bottom, irrigation holes. So I covered that with an extra plastic grocery bag like I do. And then I put just one brick of recycled reused foam. You can see the holes in it on top of it. Now I'm going to hide my foam with dirt. This trick will work. Press it down a little bit. This trick will work with dirt or with little white rocks. I can't imagine that it would work with moss as well. So I'm just covering all of my mechanics first because these particular succulents have needle-like stems and they're going to slide right through tiny white rocks or this dirt really easily. So I'm just covering everything first. Gonna make a little mess. So no different than any other day here in this house. I make a mess. Okay, spreading it out up to the edges. All right. So this is Eric's favorite vase. Has a lot of sentimental value. It was a gift from our friend Evie. Okay, I'm gonna talk about why I picked these succulents. So it looks like I have how many here? That is 3, 5, 7, 8, 8. But I picked varying sizes. So this came in a box of like 20 and they were all varying sizes. And that's perfect. If you have the succulents all the same size, you're going to get a very flat look without any movement. So I picked kind of their version of large, medium, and then small. So I'm going to take my largest one. This is the easiest way to build one. Not necessarily the most innovative, but a real easy way to get a quick and symmetrical succulent garden. Okay, so largest in the center, and then I'm going to take these 3 that are the medium, and I'm just going to do 3 points, aiming for that oasis. Okay, so largest in the center, 3 points medium, and then I'm going to take my tiny ones and just fill in. These petals are very tiny, these petals are very tiny, so I'm not going to want them close together. I'm going to put these tiny petals in between these larger petals. And now these have larger petals, and these are the ones that I'm going to put on either side of that tiny petaled succulent. Okay, so that's it. Quick and easy, symmetrical succulent garden. And all around. I'm going to put this to the side, just clear off some of this dirt really quickly. Good thing I work near the sink. Boom. Okay. It's me. All right, now these vandas came rooted. Their roots still on them. I looked far and wide for white vandas and couldn't find any like this. These purple vandas are really easy to find and they come on stems. So whether you keep them long like they came or you cut them down like I did on this one, real easy to work with. They're like any other flower to work with. Put that back. These are going to be more difficult because you're going to have to decide for yourself, like I did, whether or not I want to cut them and separate them. And then there's not a whole lot of use for these roots, or if you want to pot them. So this being the other vase we are attached to because it came from Evie, I decided to go ahead and pot them. So what I'm doing, instead of putting one in and then trying to fit this one around all those roots inside of it, I am putting them together, letting those roots hang loose, putting them side by side, front to back, however you want to look at that. Just making them into almost like one orchid in order to insert them. Now, I'm not a huge fan of roots, so I am going to hide them. And the great thing is that the very needle-like base of these is not going to hold them up. And so I need something that will hold them up. So I'm going to use the roots since I want to hide them anyway. So I'm sticking it in to the bottom of that vase. There's nothing else in that vase. And then I'm using the roots and shoving them inside the pot, just like I do the little trick with the shopping bags to hold them up. And when I let them go, they are still probably going to fall a little bit. So instead of using the shopping bags that I might normally use, I'm going to use something that can be seen, because those roots are going to get in the way of shoving a plastic bag through them. It's too difficult. So I'm going to use moss, little bits of moss, and I'm just going to pot it all the right around. It's going to help me hold them in place, just like the trash bags did, or the grocery bags, I should say. It's not trash. And it's also meant to be seen. So that's the great thing about the moss, is that it's going to do double duty of holding it up, and it's meant to be seen. Such a 5-star habit. When you make a mess on the table, you clean it up right away. Okay, and that's holding it up. Okay. Easy breezy, it's done.